So when most consumers are ready to buy a new home or start searching for a home, the first step a lot of them make, whether it's their first time buying a home or they've owned before, is looking online or starting to look at real estate. And it makes sense to do that. Obviously the photos and imagining your family there and determining what you need, that's really the fun part. However, the most important part is the mortgage pre-approval, and I'll explain that in a moment. The mortgage pre-approval itself might not be exciting or fun, but it's vitally important. So I made a little chart here, or a little picture. It's fantastic artwork, by the way, but this shows a home with a solid foundation and a home with a weak foundation. Now, imagine looking at real estate and finding your dream home and everything's perfect, and during the process, something gets derailed, whether it be the condition of the home, obviously, if it has bad foundation, but what if it's other things like the financing falls through or something else? What if you lose earnest money, or you have a sale fail for things financially that weren't done prior to you looking at the home? Or what if you had an invalid pre-approval letter? Well, the way to have a solid foundation before you start looking is a very solid pre-approval letter from a vetted and experienced person. So if you're not paying cash and you're financing that home, the mortgage is the most important part that controls the entire process. So not only preemptively up front to make sure you're prepared, but during that process, you want to have the best experience to secure that home with a financing. That's the only way you're going to have a solid foundation before going into that contract, and it's vitally important. The other part of that is understanding that your pre-approval must be formal. So regulations require lenders to review your income, your assets, review your credit, run it through automated underwriting systems for approval, and fully vet that pre-approval letter before issuing it. So if you ever get a pre-approval letter from a lender and you haven't provided that information, you need to seek either other options or other opinions to make sure you have a fully vetted, solid pre-approval letter so you're not at risk of this, okay? So number one, get pre-approved formally before you start searching for homes. Once you're pre-approved, generally those are good for 90 to 120 days. It's easy to refresh those, but seek out the best mortgage people you can in your area. If you're in Oregon, Washington, or Idaho, we'd love to help you or answer any questions for you. So thanks again. The pre-approval is vitally important. Take care.